Women from the very beginning of my life, I wouldn't be here without a woman, right? But women have guided me and my principles. I was raised by a single mother, raised by two older sisters. My older brother and my dad both passed away very, very young. So it's women that guided my life and inspired me. Watching my mom struggle with money is really why we have Cardone Capital Day. And I've never said this publicly, but we created this. It was really inspired by Elena pushing me to do it. I would not be where I'm at today if it was not for Elena's much bigger think. She has an advantage not being in the business every day, bolting and screwing and hammering, not being attached to mechanics actually gives her a way to have a viewpoint on something that's not about construction and limitations. So while I don't understand what she does, because I'm in the bolts and then Sherry's in the bolts and the mechanics and the human part of it even more than I am. If I knew all the stuff and the problems that Sherry went through every day, I could not dream. And if Elena was into the stuff that I was in, I could not. I couldn't do it. Like she can think about things differently than I can. You guys that were at the VIP lunch, we talked about the island or the ranch, and a couple of you said, do them both. Well, the moment you do that, I just get like pinged. I just get like crunched down into like, okay, I can't do both. Like I hit all my limitations. But you see, you don't have my limitations. So you can look at me and say, dude, go do them both. And I need that around me. I need the fairy. You know, the mythical fairy that's like, you can do them both. You can do everything. But I'm in the mechanics. So that's a really, really important thing to understand. I always say this. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. You got to decide which one of those you're going to give up. I can do anything as long as I don't try to do everything. I can't do what she does. I cannot do what Sherry does. And I can't have kids. I can't bear children, but she can. And then we had children. So I just want to talk to you about what we're doing with Cardone Capital, because Cardone Capital was created because my mother could not invest with me. And for years, my mother, sisters, nieces, they can't invest money with me. And I watched my mom. My mom never created wealth because my mom did not know a safe place to put her money. So what she did was she did what a lot of women do, is they go out and make money, they keep money, and they never do anything with it. And they worry about it every day and every night like you do your children. And so I created Cardone Capital to level the playing field so that people like my mother, my cousins, my nieces could actually invest in super deals. This is not the kind of real estate I was buying early in my career when I had a little bit of money. These are massive deals that we always sell to institutions that have 100x more money than I have. And the only people that can overpay for something are people that have hundreds of times more money, not a little bit of money. So when we go to sell something, one of our assets, and we just want to share this with you so you can start putting things like this on your bucket list. Okay? I put this on my bucket list 35 years ago. I put her on my bucket list probably 15 years before I met her. And I went through a lot of relationships to finally find Elena, okay? I had kids on my bucket list for at least, there's a program I did when I was 35 years old called The Rules of Success. I did it in La Jolla, California. I have two beautiful children. I was saying that 35 years ago that was 25 years before I had kids. So the helicopter, can you show the last image, Johnny, that you were showing? It's got you. Clubhouse has got you. They got you. It's a venereal disease. So like this helicopter right here, I've been writing about a helicopter since I was 30. Just in your phone. I've been writing about helicopters since I was 31 years old. I don't know anything about helicopters. I have no clue. This is the beauty of Elena, and a lot of you guys that are big thinkers. I don't know why I wanted a helicopter. I've been writing my goals down since I was probably 25. Somewhere around the age of 28, 29, 30, somewhere in there, I'm like, I want a helicopter one day. It was never a jet. It was a helicopter. I got the jet before I got the helicopter. The point I'm making here is that is about dreaming. And every day for the last 30 years, I wrote one, just helicopter, own a helicopter. I actually wanted to fly the helicopter, okay? And helicopter, like I don't even know why. I had no clue why. I didn't know how much they cost. I don't know how many pilots. I don't know how much fuel it takes. I know nothing. I don't even know why I want it. But every once in a while, it would fall off the list, and then it would show up again. Like I wake up in the morning, if you've ever followed any of my stuff, and I just start writing my goals down. 20 apartments. I never bought an apartment. 20 apartments plus 20 apartments plus that earn 12% or more a year. 20 apartments. My first deal was 38 apartments. It was always this, 20 apartments or plus, and I'd always put a plus sign. Helicopter plus, jet plus, wife and 2 kids plus. Plus means even more. I don't want to be limited in case I get it. I don't want to be limited to that. $10 million a year, $10 million a month plus. And I always put this plus sign. Apartments that cash flow 12% a year plus. Because I don't want apartments that don't cash flow. I want apartments that take care of me. Okay? So be careful what you write down. I was writing that down in the morning and at night, in the morning and at night, in the morning and at night. And for about 5 years, the helicopter fell off. It just wasn't in my, I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. So the point of the story is the things that matter to you most will keep popping on that piece of paper. And that's what you're paying attention to every day. That's what you're going to make happen every day. The things that aren't important, oh, I want a Chanel bag and I want these shoes. They might be important today. They might not be important tomorrow. Okay, an island started popping up. A ranch started popping up. All these things over the last 30 years are just things that pop up out of nowhere, out of my fantasies, you know. Speaking to a large audience one day. I remember when I walked into a room and I'm like, one day I'm going to fill this room up. How many seats do you think was in that room? 300. Oak Brook, Illinois. I walked in. I said, I'm going to fill a room up this big. We filled up Miami Marlins Stadium. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, when we do something, we can do something. And really the last 10 years, it's been because I've been surrounded by Elena, those 2 kids. Those 2 kids breathe life and, you know, imagination and possibility. So much of our team is women here that support us in getting what we want to get. So I'm just telling you about the dream thing. And I'm telling you about your money. When you make money, and I'm just going to spend 10 minutes talking to you about money because my mom did not know about money. She didn't know how to get it. She knew how to keep it. She did not know how to get it. She knew how to keep it. She did not know how to multiply it. There's 3 things you have to do with money. 1, you got to get it. Most of you know how to do that. Okay, you don't get enough, but you do get it. You all deserve to get more. 2, you need to know how to keep the money. Now, this is where the financial markets terrify you, okay? They trick you. There's some lies that you've been told. Stay liquid. That is a lie, okay? Wall Street wants you to stay liquid. So Wall Street, the banks want you to stay liquid so they can get your money. Okay, like any of you ever been to Las Vegas, into the casinos? My mama used to tell me, whatever they offer you here, say no. Free drink, a free room, insurance on a bet, surrender your hand. Anything they offer you here, Grant, they're not offering you, that surrender hand is a money. That's them like, you want to surrender your hand right now? Sure. They get half your money right there, okay? If they offer it to you in this place, don't do it. Don't take it. So Wall Street wants you to be liquid. You do not want to be liquid. When you're liquid, you're in fear, okay? As long as I have money, I save money at the bank wants you to keep the money at the bank. What do they do with it? No, they don't. They immediately invest the money 10 times for every dollar you give them. They don't keep your money not for a second. The money comes into your account. It's there for a microsecond. Bam, it goes out into the marketplace. Do what the banks do with money. Don't keep money. That's why I always say cash is trash. But most of us were taught that cash is king. Cash is not king. The queen is the king, and the cash is the trash. And you let the king take the cash out to the trash.